Okay, hello. So I'm gonna do an editing video and show how I edit. Okay, these photos I already edited before, so you guys probably seen them, but this is how it is in its raw form, and I'm just gonna re-edit it to show you guys how I edit. I'll do this one, I guess. Yeah, I like the sun flare, and I don't like how the leash is across her shoulder, but whatever's. Letting it load. Oh my god. So since I take photos in RAW, which is like it like catches more details that JPEG can't catch, this pops up first. See, camera RAW. This is camera I use, and this is the photo, and this is just some adjustments I can make on it. So what I normally do is just go through to see which color I like best. I normally like warmer toned photos, so I'll probably stick with like daylight. Let me see. Daylight? No. Cloudy? Sure. Cloudy. And then for this, I just click auto, right? And let it do its thing. And then I edit it how I like it. So I just like it to make the first step. Swizzy's white, so let's tone down the whites. Shadows, I like it a little darker. Highlights, I like to extremely like to see. I like to put them really high, really low, and see what I like better. I like lower ones. So contrast, I'll leave that. Exposure, I'll leave that. I don't mess with those. I don't mess with this file. Don't care about it. Okay, if the photo, like if you zoom in, whoops, and the photo, oh my god, the photo is like, I guess, pixelated, what you could do is you could turn up your luminance and it like smooths it over. But if you do it too much, it looks like a painting. Like, whoops, let's turn it all the way up. Everything's smooth, and you can make it work, but I don't. Whoops, uh-oh. Shit, what did I do? What did I do? We're just gonna turn that down. I don't mess with that. I don't mess with that. Like, for luminance, if I'm doing people, that's not luminance. If I'm doing people, if they have, like, pimples on their face, if I turn up the luminance, it makes the pimples more smooth, and it's easier to remove later on. But for dog, she's fine. I don't mess with that. I just like to click these so my lens isn't doing nothing crazy, especially since this is a wide angle lens. You see, like this would be distorted. This just corrects the distortion. So like the trees aren't bending. I don't know. If you want to add some vignetting, blah, 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 there you go. You could just, but I'm going to leave that at 0. Oh wait, no, at 100, because that's the even point. Okay, so I mess with this. If I want vignetting, I do it here. Do I wanna? You could, I think, paint overlay makes it like a smoother color. It makes it pop. Like the edges pop more with color. Highlight, it pulls a highlight. If I'm lazy, I do highlight. If I'm feeling fancy, I do color. So I don't really care. Always make sure you try to feather out your vignette, because then it'll just be like black, and then you could see it. So I just like to fling that up. If you want to make it smoother, all that good stuff, whatever. Open image, cool. Let that load, and let me close this. Okay, so never, never, never work on your background layer. Press Control J. It opens, creates a new one, or you could just drag it down here to this little piece of paper, and it creates a new one. This always pops up. I hate it. So now we have this photo of Doggo, right? Oh, whoops. No, 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 no. Okay. So first thing I ever do is Swizzy has these like tear stains, so I like to get rid of those. But let me tell you about actions, because I use actions now. Windows, actions. Okay, so I downloaded a crap ton of actions, as you can see. I only use a few, but I don't have the download link to find them. So I guess you could like look at the names. I guess Google the names. I use this one. Inspire Me Baby. I guess you can like Google it. Hi, my name's Toki. I can't spell. See, Inspire Me Baby, and I guess you could probably find them. Like if you just, whoops, just Google this name. Inspire Me Baby Bright Eyes. I got it for free. Um, what it does is it just sharpens the eyes of the photo. So I click it, and then I click this little play button. And it's like, change the bus, blah, 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 blah. I don't listen to that. I just do me. Zoom in. Make sure you never overdo it with the eyes. I used to overdo it with the eyes. Okay, so boom, good. And then I always like to flicker like this just to see the difference. So now we're gonna go right here to this brush, the spot healing brush tool, right? And now we're gonna get rid of the stuff I don't like in the photo. Hi Egypt, what's up girl? So just gonna drag that, make it a little bigger. Just remove some tear stains. What's that? Gone. See, now it looks like your dog has the perfect eye. Wow. La 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 la. Okay. Anything else I want to remove? She has this thing, I don't know. It's like around her nose is always red. Sometimes I desaturate that and I make it gray, or sometimes I use the clone tool and I grab fur from here and make it white. But I've been trying to tell myself, don't do that, that's just her. So, you know, I'm making her unnatural and cosmetic. Lol. Okay, I guess we can add color now, because I could remove this leash if I really wanted to, but I'm going to do a crap job. Control J, let's do it. Yeah, okay, so you could do the spot thingy-majiggy. Because I hate it when it's on the book bag, because the book bag has so much details. Okay, and you're just gonna carefully try to drag it. And get rid of it. Come on. See, wait. See, I'm gonna go in on that on the clone tool and make that white. Let me just get rid of this leash. Grr. Grr. Oh, there we go. We got rid of it. Cool. Going in and deleting things. I normally play music when I do this, or talk to Egypt. I don't know. There we go. It's so much easier on the snow, because, like, it's snow. But you gotta make sure it looks natural, like no random lumps on the snow. Even though snow is lumpy, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, her shoe. Okay, thing about these shoes, they're cool, except, like, it was on snow. I think it's just to protect her feet from, like, sharp objects, but they got wet in the inside. She was cool with it, though. I didn't know until I took off the shoe, and I felt terrible. So, those aren't snowshoes. Noted. There we go. Let's see the damage. And our little flicker thing. Okay. Okay, her neck is jacked up, though. Right where this was. I guess we could try to clone. This is the clone tool. You press Alt on the area you want to clone, and you bring it down, and it grabs that area. But don't make sure you keep clicking Alt in random directions to give it more of a natural feel. Whoops. I suppose. And anytime I suck at cloning, anytime I finish cloning, I like to come in with the spot removal. Is that what this is called? Spot healing brush, and I just like to tap it to help blend it in better, I suppose. Let's get rid of that weird gray mark on her neck. Oh, pooey. Can it work? Okay. I probably said this before, but good thing about editing is no one's seen the original photo, so our brains really, it's hard to make up what was never there, what they never saw. So if I post this photo, they never saw a leash right here, so they don't know to look right here where the leash was. You know? It's like, if you've never seen it, you're not going to assume. You're just going to assume she was off leash. Unless, I don't know, you specialize in staring at dog's chest. Okay, so I suppose it'll work. We'll live. Coolio. Okay, back to my actions. Cool. So, I found out this cool mixture of actions that make the photo look so good, and everyone's like, wow, this photo looks so good. I use ColourPop from, let me make this bigger so you can probably get the name of it. ColourPop from Booster Action, if you guys want to go grab it. Just gonna click play. It's a whole bunch of layers. So you click OK, this is that, in case you want to do it on your own. Here you go. I don't know. Literally, I don't know what none of this means. Yep, sure. Okay. Add some of that. Egypt screaming in the background. Cool. So this is what this action did. It just as added contrast. It makes the color pop in general, see? Wow, it popped from this like faded matte to this. But hey, guess what? People like matte. So we're gonna add a matte. Look, okay, color pop and which is it? I think it's vintage matte. They go so good together. I found this out. Okay, so go to Shutter Plus free actions, I guess, and you can download this. Color pop wasn't in this action. I think I just added it in because I use these a lot. The ones that have this, that means I use them quite a bit. Like I use the bright eyes. These I don't use, you know. Okay, so I think it's vintage matte and color pop. They go good, or is it strong matte? We'll find out. So click that. The only thing is vintage matte likes to add its own gradient. Okay, see? You see? What is this gradient? This gradient is so gross. I hate it. So I just open up the file and take the gradient off, and then boom. Look at that photo. And then sometimes if you put the vintage above the color pop, I don't like it that much. It's too, oops, I put it in there. Whoops. It's too much. Get out. There we go. So, do I like it below? I do, but something's off. I think there's too much matte on Swizzy herself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm gonna click this button, which just adds a layer mask. And layer mask, what that does is whatever I want the matte on. That's what I'm gonna brush it on. So click my brush. This is white, so I'm gonna put my brush for black. Yes, for black. Or I'm just gonna press X. And so I'm just gonna wipe it off of her, mainly off of her face. Oops. Whoa, that brush is too strong. Turn that opacity down. And it's also way too hard. Fluff that chick up. There we go. The opacity is still too much for me, but okay. Take it off her face a bit. Let's tone it down a little bit more for her body. Make the brush a bit bigger. Okay, so let me just put this all in like a file so you can see. This is the before, this is the after. You see the difference? Wow, doesn't it look magical? I know, I love it. Am I even recording? Okay, cool, I am recording. So doesn't this just look great? Don't you just love it? What else can I add? So I'm just gonna flicker it a bit more to see. I really don't like, there's something around her eye. I guess it's just the increase from the color pop made her eye look really bald. She does have bald eyes. She's a weird dog. So I'm just going to add a layer mask on that and just wipe off the color pop from around her eye. I don't know. Let me turn up my opacity. Just so you know. Because something ain't right for me. Just too pink around here. Let me see. It's still a bit pink. Get up in there. So like I said before with her nose, how it's pink and it annoys me, I'm going to do that for her eye. So I'm going to go on this layer, right? I'm going to saturation. Let me zoom in on her eye. I'm going to take the saturation down to her eyes around like gray. And see, it's a layer mask, so I'm just going to invert that so that it's not touching anything. Like, this means it's off practically. And I'm going to switch my brush to white, so now I'm going to paint on the gray. Just around her eye. That's a good thing about a white dog. You could just paint gray. Ha ha ha. Hopefully that looks alright. her eyebrow. Do dogs have eyebrows? whatever this is. I gotta get that. Here we go. A little bit better, I suppose. It's cooler. Now, I'm just gonna be stupid and exaggerate some stuff. Let me create another layer. Just because I'm bored, I want to do this. And let's just get rid of these snow patches. So it just looks like she's walking all on snow. Oh, I clicked J, by the way, for my spot healing brush. Sorry. This will make it look a little bit unnatural, so I probably won't post this. But just make it a little snowier. Walking in a winter wonderland. You get me? Get rid of that. I don't want that rock. Whatever these rock things are. Gone. Gone. Be gone. Oops. Got a little blurry there. Okay, sometimes if you click and like it seems like nothing's happening, if you click and drag it a bit down, it like grabs whatever's here and drags it a bit down. So I guess if you want more snow, you can grab the snow and drag it down. This part just is looking like a hot mess. Make my brush a little bigger, and then, you know, smaller clicks and drags to blend it in, I guess. Make it look more natural. Me don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, was that the sky? I don't want to get rid of the sun flare, but if I'm getting rid of the snow, I'm gonna have to get rid of that flare. I got an email. Cool. See, that like it's weird because clearly what's going on with the snow here? It just looks unnatural. But I guess if you wanted it to look more snowy, there you go. You could do it underneath her, but I don't like this, so I'm just gonna turn it off, delete it. But yeah, whoops, close that. And that's really how I edit. And it gives it, I guess, that adventure feel. The matte and the color pop, they go so good. I'm so happy I discovered that thumbs-two. They go so good together. Bueno. I do have other actions I guess I could show you, but I really don't want to. Warm cinema. Warm cinema gives it like, okay. Warm cinema, you had to be finished, like with all your minor details, like with the brushes, like removing stuff. If you want to use warm cinema, because it makes its own layer and then a layer on top of that, and then if you remove something after you added warm cinema, then it's still there, just like in a ghostly version. Let me turn off color pop and vintage, and I'll show you what warm cinema looks like. It makes it like dark and very contrasty, and if I want a moody and like I guess mean looking photo, a bad photo, I'll use it. Look at that. Grr. Don't she just, she looks bad to the bone. Like, sometimes if I just want the background, I'll just plop it on a layer mask, invert it, and just brush it on the background, because I really don't like how it looks on her. So I get this moody, intense background, but she still looks like a perfect little angel. Ooh, yeah. Oops, water booty. There we go. So like, you know, it gives the background more of a moody taste, but she still looks great. But no, for these series of photos, this looks good. This like, I don't know, the green really goes well with the red, and how the background is like slightly orange. It's a perfect combination. It made me so happy. That's how I edit. That's my workflow. It normally takes me, because I was talking and I was showing, but I don't know how long this is. It normally takes me like probably like 5 minutes if I was really down, listen to some music, add in the flow. Sorry I didn't have like the download links, but like you could Google the names right here, Shutter Pulse Reaction, and download, and you'll get these. Okay, yeah, I'm rambling now. That's how you edit my photos. Have fun editing your photos. Whee! Bye.